These are 3 of some of our favourite meals that we tend to have on rotation as a family. They're super budget, they're absolutely delicious, and yeah, as I said, I make them very regularly in this house, so often they get overlooked, but actually they're great meals, so I thought I would talk you through them in today's video. So first up is a basic lemon linguine pasta dish I make. This one is so easy. It's a 10-minute meal. It's absolutely delicious. It's garlicky, it's a bit cheesy, and it's very basic, but one of those ones that you tend to make over and over again. And super duper budget. So first thing you're going to do is get your lemons. I'm using 3 unwaxed lemons. Very important you buy unwaxed lemons because they have less, well, the wax isn't very good for you. So if you do want to cook with lemons, make sure you're buying unwaxed. You're going to zest them, so take off as much zest as you can. We're also going to use lots and lots of the juice of the lemons as well. So juice these lemons. This can be a very tangy dish, but you can outweigh that with some Parmesan cheese. Then we're going to combine our pasta sauce. So put the lemon juice and the lemon zest into a bowl. In that same bowl, you're going to add your minced garlic. I personally just buy garlic and mince it with a mincer rather than minced garlic, because that's another way of keeping your costs down. And you're going to put in a good dose of olive oil and some grated Parmesan cheese. Absolutely delicious, basic pasta sauce this is. Meanwhile, I am cooking my pasta, and I'm going to cook it al dente, just with a little bit of bite. And then I'm going to wash my rocket. This one's a great one if you do have rocket in the fridge. I always have rocket in the fridge, and I always sort of forget about it. So I think, oh, what can I chuck it in? Rocket goes really well. You just stir it into the cooked pasta with the sauce. You don't need to cook it or anything. So wash your rocket and your basil together. You're going to drain your pasta, and then you're going to, just over a small heat on the hob, you're going to pour in your pasta sauce and your greens and stir it all through together. Really, that is it. I also put a really healthy dose of crushed black pepper with this. It's a simple, budget, nutritious and delicious meal, and we have it quite often, and I always forget to sort of mention it, but it's one I really recommend if you are on the hunt for really easy, basic but budget recipes that are delicious. Okay, next one is my spicy sriracha chicken and rice. So I have featured this a few times in videos, and I was so happy to say the amount of people that come back and tell me they love this recipe is incredible. Like, I'm so glad so many of you are trying it, so I thought I've definitely got to include it in this one because I make it quite often. First thing we're going to do is I do use a cast iron pan for this dish. I highly recommend investing in a cast iron pan because this is a 1-pan meal as well, so really simple. We're going to marinate our chicken thighs. Chicken thighs are more affordable and, in my honest opinion, more flavour and better than chicken breasts. So you're saving money, but you're also increasing flavour, in my opinion. So you're going to marinate that in your spices and sriracha sauce and some olive oil, and make sure that's completely coated. Then you're going to chop up some onions and garlic. And what I normally do is place the onions and garlic underneath the chicken thighs, and then I'll put that in the oven, preheated oven, 180 degrees Celsius, and check every sort of 10 minutes. And if you put this under the chicken thighs, they won't burn or char, but they will cook nicely whilst giving the chicken some flavour. So there goes in the onions and garlic, and then I'm going to place the chicken thighs on top, and then we're going to put in the oven whilst we start cooking our rice. So what I also do with this is peel and grate some carrots, and I will add the grated carrots into the cooking dish with the chicken about halfway through, because I don't want to add them too early, but I also want to add them with enough time that the oven can cook off any excess water. So grate your carrots and get them ready. Then we're going to cook our rice. I've done lots of rice tutorials, but rice in the microwave is 1 cup rice, 2 cups water. Put a plate on top and put it on top of a plate and cook it in the microwave for exactly 20 minutes. I do add a little bit of butter once the rice has come out of the microwave, and I fluff it up with a fork, and it always ends up perfect. So anyway, here I am just checking the chicken. It's only sort of halfway cooked, as you can see. It's not softened out yet anyway, and I'm going to turn it all round, so just to make sure all the juices are coated and it's completely marinated. And then I'm going to add in my grated carrots. The grated carrots do nothing other than just add extra fibre and extra goodness to your dish. They sweeten it a little bit, but really they're just going to soften and they're going to blend in with the rice nicely. So it's just another way to add more veggies into your dinner. When the chicken is cooked, I'm going to cut it up and stir it all round together. And then I'm going to add my bowl of frozen petit pois and also my cooked rice. And I'm going to put it on the hob on a low setting, but still it needs to be warming the cast iron dish. That's why I love cast iron dish, because it goes in the oven, on the oven, out the oven. It's so good. But here it is with my rice and peas added into it, and a little knob of butter. Then we're going to cook it on the hob for a little while. Make sure all the juices are combined with the rice and everything's combined together. Add a little bit more sriracha sauce if you need to. Add a little salt if you want to. Just taste test it. It's a really good part. It's a really good point to taste test it. And that is it. A super low budget meal. I call this a cupboard essential meal as well. But it's absolutely delicious. It's not like, you know, your average beans on toast. This is like a really good family dinner. If you have got people that aren't keen on spice, you can just swap out these seasonings for more barbecue based seasonings, and it can be a barbecue chicken and rice dish, and it's just as good, just as delicious, but obviously much more mild. But yeah, enjoy. Okay, this is something we make really, really often in this house, especially as I have a 2-year-old. So I like to think of inventive ways that I can just make something really delicious, but also really good for him. And this is a hidden veg pasta bake. It's hidden veg because there's just lots of veg in it. I don't hide what I feed him. He often is served these veggies on a plate. But this one is one of those simple dinners that you can just know you're going to put in front of him. He's going to eat loads of it. So am I, because it's delicious, and so is my husband. So first things first, you want to get any veggies that you're going to be using. I tend to go with lots of root vegetables. Mushrooms go really well in this because they're very, very like that umami flavour. Aubergine is a great one. Roasted peppers is great. And we're going to roast these all together with olive oil and some herbs in the air fryer. Just get them nice and soft, and yeah, just chuck it all in together. The carrots, the mushrooms, they all roast really, really well in the air fryer together. There we go. I tend to just cook everything on 200 in the air fryer, and then I just check on it every sort of 5-10 minutes. But they go really nice and soft, and then we're going to whiz them up with a tin of tomatoes. I have been buying plum tomatoes now, as recommended by you guys, and they do have so much more flavour, so get tin plum tomatoes instead. I do add a bit of flaxseed in there just for extra omegas into the dinner and more fibre. Then I put my cooked pasta into a baking dish. Make sure the pasta is al dente, because it was also going to bake in the oven as well. But I'm going to now transfer my roasted veggies into the blending pot and blend that with the tomatoes. And yeah, it's becoming a really stunning roasted veg tomato pasta sauce. You know the pasta sauce you can get in the jar from the supermarket? That is absolutely nothing compared to this. And yeah, it's just really worth doing this and making your own pasta sauce. Trust me, it's so good. Anyway, mix that pasta sauce in with your pasta and lots of cheese. And then we're going to bake this in the oven until the cheese has gone crispy on the top and it's completely cooked on the inside. If there's pasta sauce left over, just freeze it into little ice cube trays. And you can use it on another day, and there we go. This is something I serve quite often. It's so budget, it's absolutely full to the brim of goodies. You can also add beans in there for extra protein. But yeah, an absolutely delicious dinner, and one I love to make for our family. I make it quite often. It uses up leftover veg. It's super budget but also absolutely stunning. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. I've got lots more rotation meals coming. If you want to see more of this type of video, then give it a thumbs up, let me know, and yeah, I'll see you again really soon for the next one. Bye.